We are on the other side of the international break now, and we are getting to the point where we start to build up for the weekend. The Hoops have got Dundee at home, and ahead of it there is some big confirmed news, of which we are going to go through with you in today's video. But first, make sure you like this video, and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Aidan McGeady argues that Celtic is grappling with the after effects of Ange Postecoglou's departure, and some fans were itching for the team to slip up. Observing the second coming of Brendan Rodgers' era at Parkhead, McGeady notes that a 1-0 triumph over Rangers has eased some of the concerns that arose after a 1-0 loss to Kilmarnock in the Viaplay Cup and a 0-0 draw against St Johnstone. The current Ayr United player and technical manager points out that some fans were on standby to criticise Rodgers for any initial setbacks. "It's been a bit of a difficult start, hasn't it? Difficult start for the manager," McGeady told Open Goal. The former Celtic winger feels that this quick-to-judge attitude stems from fans who are still adjusting to a new playing style and those who haven't forgiven Rodgers for his 29 exit to Leicester. "I think you've got the hangover effect of a lot of fans from last season, used to a different way of playing, and when you have a lot of fans who were just waiting for that Kilmarnock defeat or a bad result to jump on the bandwagon of disliking him for leaving the first time. But look, the Rangers game last week, Celtic were by far the better team." Ange Postecoglou was a massive fan favourite, and it took many by surprise when he left the club after landing the treble. Rodgers has come back to shape the team into his own image. Celtic are set to face Dundee this Saturday, followed by gearing up their first Champions League match of the season against Feyenoord. Brendan Rodgers will be keen to turn heads and silence the sceptics. With these upcoming matches, it's a prime opportunity for the Irishman and the team to demonstrate that they are on the right track and that the early season jitters are well and truly behind them. Celtic have announced its squad for the group stage fixtures. Notably, summer recruit Mark Nowacki isn't part of Brendan Rodgers' European game plan, suggesting that he'll be sidelined with injury until at least November. Even as the team contends with multiple injuries, stalwarts like Cameron Carter-Vickers have cemented their place for the 2023-24 Champions League group stage matches. Last season's Premiership win led by Ange Postecoglou propelled the Hoops back to the pinnacle of European football. Now all eyes are on Rodgers, the current skipper, to navigate them through this challenge. Celtic have drawn Feyenoord, Atletico Madrid and Lazio in the group stages. Players like James McCarthy and Kwon aren't part of the lineup, and Marco Tilio's injury ensures his absence. Stephen Welsh is included in the squad despite currently being injured. The goalkeeping duo for the Hoops consists of Joe Hart and Scott Bain, leaving Benjamin Sigles off the list. Here's the full Champions League squad. Goalkeepers: Joe Hart, Scott Bain. Defenders: Cameron Carter-Vickers, Greg Taylor, Liam Scales, Stephen Welsh, Gustav Lagerbilk, Nat Phillips, Anthony Ralston and Alistair Johnston. Midfielders: Tomoaki Iwata, Matt O'Reilly, Callum McGregor, David Turnbull, Hatate, Odin Thiago Home, Paulo Bernardo, James Forrest, Yang and Luis Palma. Forwards: Maida, Kyogo, Huyangoi Oi, Lillibada, Mikey Johnston. Celtic Park is a special place to be on Champions League nights, with the atmosphere leaving most visiting players astounded. However, former Hoops striker Chris Sutton believes there's more to these European nights than just the atmosphere. Speaking on the It's All Kicking Off podcast, he argued that the result should always be paramount. Sutton reminisced about the club's golden era under Martin O'Neill, when visiting teams would often leave Celtic Park empty-handed whilst experiencing a great atmosphere. He expressed his desire for Celtic to return to such triumphant times. While Celtic's recent European record might not be as stellar, having not secured a home victory since their 2-1 win over Ajax during the 2013-14 campaign, their away win against Anderlecht in the 2017-2018 stands out. It's a sequence Brendan Rodgers must be eager to amend, with the Celtic fans so deprived of a win in the elite competition. Chris Sutton said, "I've got to say, Celtic Park back in the day, Champions League nights under Martin O'Neill, we had a phenomenal record at Celtic Park, and it's a special place to play. Something that really bugs me at this moment in time is on the European nights at Celtic Park. Everybody talks about the atmosphere, and I do want Celtic to get back to actually winning home games in the Champions League. I think that's very important, because everybody talks about, great atmosphere, great nights at Celtic Park. Well, winning's quite important. So when my sons go up, my sons are Celtic fans, go up to some of the games, and I always used to say, get in 20 minutes before the start of the game. That's the best part, but you don't want that to be the best part." Celtic fans are left wondering of what's become of Tom Rogic, a man who once wore the green and white hoops with such distinction. After helping Ange Postecoglou lead Celtic to a dazzling double, Rogic decided to part ways with the club that had become his second home. As the 2023 season unfolds, the gifted Australian is surprisingly still without a club, leaving many to ask what's next for Tom Rogic. Tom Rogic's story at Celtic Park began in 2012, and it's fair to say he's been part of some of the most iconic moments of the club's recent history. Over an illustrious decade, Rogic served under 4 different managers: Neil Lennon, Ronnie Deila, Brendan Rodgers and finally Ange Postecoglou. Each manager seemed to bring out a different aspect of his game, whether it was his creativity under Deila, his resilience under Lennon, or his sheer class under Rodgers. Yet, it was under Postecoglou that Rogic arguably played most of his captivating football, contributing to a double winning season during the manager's first season in charge. Tom's final season at Celtic Park was nothing short of spectacular. Under the stewardship of Ange Postecoglou, the midfielder flourished as an indispensable cog in the well-oiled machine. His creativity, flair and moments of magic helped the boys secure both the league and cup titles. When he chose to leave Celtic, nobody could begrudge him that decision. The assumption was that he had a concrete plan for the next chapter in his career. Rogic emerged last term at Birmingham, signing for West Brom, which for many, myself included, felt like a questionable move from the get-go. Despite making 23 appearances and netting 2 goals, it was clear that West Brom was not the stage on which Rogic would be best showcase his talents. By season's end, both parties decided to mutually go their separate ways. Now aged 30, Rogic found himself without a club, a scenario almost unthinkable given his talent and what he has offered in the past. Is he contemplating an early retirement? Such a prospect is unimaginable for a player of his Rogic's calibre. One can only hope that he's taken his time to choose a club that truly aligns with his skill set and ambition, unlike his misadventure at the West Bromwich Albion. Since Hibs appointed Australian Nick Montgomery as their manager, there has been speculation that a move to Hibs could be on the cards for Rogic. However, let's be honest, he's far too good for that. A player of Rogic's stature should be plying his trade at a club where his talents can be more appropriately utilised and appreciated. It's a perplexing situation, one that no Celtic fan could have foreseen when Rogic decided to embark on a new journey away from Parkhead. Still, we hold out hope that his Celtic hero will soon find a club worthy of his talents. After all, once a boy, always a boy. Whatever Tom gets up to, we hope he's ultimately happy with what he's doing. Celtic fans, what do you make of our Champions League chances? And realists, where do you believe we will finish? Let me know down in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. Make sure you drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Remember, we have released our brand new Celtic t-shirts with our Brendan Rodgers Pope t-shirt and our Celtic Ultra t-shirts too. You can find them at celticapparel.com or just go down to the link in the description. Thank you, take care, bye bye.